And Andy Edge has got 11 children, he recognises, but you can guarantee the way he's been carrying on, going after impressing all these young girls with free hotel rooms, free cocaine, free ale. You can imagine how many illegitimate kids he's got spread all over this land. He's just a groomer. Whether he likes to admit it or not, he's using exactly the same methods, exactly the same doctrine as that gang. The only difference is you've got lighter skin, pal. An hour ago. Yes, if you've watched many of my videos, you'll know there's a certain woman, young woman, 19-year-old woman, who went along, was treated to all sorts of ale, spirits, you know, flattery, at a time when she was very vulnerable due to something that's happened within the family. I know this for a fact because I spoke to her just before this happened. It obviously had affected her. She was at a particularly vulnerable time, and Mr. Andrew Edge of Britain First, yes, good old, what was it? Violent disorder, malicious communications, alleged sexual assault, grooming, and the Edge, yeah, the two I see of Paul Golding. Yes, she confirms that he was extremely aggressive, extremely insistent when she was alone with him. I hazard to guess whether he actually did rape her. Possibly not, but he certainly didn't behave with her in a Christian way, like he professes to be this great Christian, and so does Paul. Oh, I'll pray for you, he said to me once. He prayed for you when he was trying to persuade my ex-partner of 12 years to be a paid muppet, to be a paid whatever in London. He said, I'll pray for you. I'll pray. For you. Well, Andy, like I said to him in the text, how about praying for all these illegitimate kids and paying him a few quid maintenance instead of being on the sick, working on the side for Andrew Edge, for Paul Golding for years? Yeah, that's what he does. Yeah, he lives in Stockport, he's got a council flat paid for. Which he took me to that once, no problem there. And I've got no problem with him being in the BNP or the EDL or anything else. But when you actually start secretly messaging, and this goes for Paul Golding as well, because he was doing it, when you start secretly messaging and telegramming people's partners of 12 years, when he's too much of a hymie to even like have a woman of his own, I don't think anyone would have him, to be honest. It's a bit rich, isn't it? This is the guy that's high and mighty. Oh, we like to fight against grooming gangs. Well, if you were, like you did with Jada, exposing them in Kent, I'd applaud you. But all I can see you're doing is splitting up families, especially with dirty Andy Edge. Yeah, Andy Edge really did ply this vulnerable teenager, a 19-year-old, with vodka, whiskey, whatever, and cocaine. Yeah, because after his days of action, or for dates, yeah, nothing wrong with having a date, is there? And shoving cocaine up the nose when you're 48, is it? 47 or 46 or something, and she's 19, and she's just been through a trauma in her own family. Well, she needs someone to talk to. I worked with a girl all day. I actually met this young woman, before Andy did. But as soon as he saw a picture, whoa, you bet your bottom dollar he was after her. Yeah, he was going to get there before anybody else, weren't you? Smart-assed Andy, who calls everybody else a dickhead, including me. Yeah, because I'm so soft, I don't know that Paul Golding via Albion merchandise on a bank statement didn't pay for my ex-partner's train fare. Yeah, you think we're so stupid we don't know who Albion merchandise is. You'll probably change it now. I must admit, in the past, apparently it's come to my knowledge, once Britain First did send basically me and my partner, ex-partner, some money because the car got clamped. But it turns out now she was messaging him on the slide without telling me, begging. Yes, giving up her pride, begging for money, and we would have found a way around it. It was only a case of hiding the car and waiting a few days. I'd prefer them take the car than to be ever indebted by a £200 gift, loan, whatever, made by my naive, gullible, relatively inexperienced partner. A partner who thinks she's so clever and she's so much smarter than me because she's 29 and she's had me children, all credit to her, lovely children, but she's never had a job. Yeah, she's much smarter than everybody, but she's never had a job. A bit like Andy Edge. Everyone's a dickhead, but he's working on the side, you know, because... and Paul Golding puts up with his nonsense because he lent him a load of money once to keep Britain First going. He told me that himself. And Andy Edge has got 11 children. He recognises, but you can guarantee the way he's been carrying on, going after impressing all these young girls with free hotel rooms, free cocaine, free ale. You can imagine how many illegitimate kids he's got spread all over this land. He's just a groomer, whether he likes to admit it or not. He's using exactly the same methods, exactly the same doctrine as that gang. The only difference is you've got lighter skin, pal. See ya. If overruling a partner of 12 years, a younger woman, and sending her, allegedly, sending her £200 to ensure she makes it to London for Armed Services Day, one of these, well, it wasn't a Britain First event, actually, but, you know, it was later photographed like one. On Telegram, I stated to Andy Edge and the group, me, David Bond, that me and my partner Lisa would not be coming. Well, this was immediately taken off by Mr. Andrew Edge. Yes, good old Andy, good old violent disorder, you know, alleged sexual criminal Andrew Edge. But of course, Andrew Edge is second in command. He only does what Paul Golding tells him to. This woman I've been with for years has turned out to be extremely naive, dealing with people. There's an age gap between us. That's a large part of the problem. But she's always been sneaky, you know, hiding messages. The day before, a couple of days before, this money was sent to my partner. Think all of that. The mother of my kids. They also arranged for me to be out of the way, if you know what I mean. Yeah, out of the way, using information passed back and to Paul Golding, to Andrew Edge, and also to Callum. What's his second name? Callum, the present Crusader man. So I'd say sending women, you know, young, quite attractive women, busty women, £200 to buy their attendance at a Britain First event would be against the wishes of a partner and against, you know, against their own safety, really. Is definitely Nazi behaviour by Paul Golding, and it's definitely come from him, because Andy's, you know, baldy, no teeth Andy is just an old BNP EDL diehard, as you know. He's been just a bit of a bully, really. He regards all women like prostitutes because he's been with that many of them, and they promise all sorts. Oh, we'll look after you, you know. Paul Golding poses in his Land Rover, his metallic green Land Rover, and of course this impresses a lot of stupid women who don't realise that all they're going to get out of it basically is a flue full of juice.